Welcome to Divine Cosmos, your portal to uncovering the secrets of the universe. From ancient wisdom to celestial mysteries, embark on a journey beyond the stars with us today. Ashtar Command, a massive wealth reset is about to begin. Dear brothers and sisters of Earth, I am Ashtar, commander of the Galactic Forces of Light, under the Ashtar Command. I greet you in the infinite love of the Creator and bring a message about the dawn of your new quantum financial system. Understand that the QFS is not merely a technological innovation. It is a living reflection of the growing collective frequency of humanity. As your consciousness expands and you remember your divine nature, this system emerges in response. It is directly linked to your awakening to self-worth, the remembrance that each of you is a spark of the divine, deserving of abundance and the reclamation of your sovereignty. In truth, a system of such high vibration could only anchor in your world when a critical mass of souls reclaim their power and free themselves from the old fear-based paradigms. That threshold is now being reached. We, the Galactic Forces of Light, have long held the template of this system in the quantum field, awaiting the day when humanity's light would call it forth. The QFS is not a typical artificial intelligence or a cold computer program. It is an energetic architecture born from high vibrational stewardship. It has been imbued with the light of benevolent guardians and aligned with sacred cosmic principles. Think of it as a divine collaboration between human aspiration and galactic wisdom. In essence, this financial structure is attuned to the heart of humanity, ready to serve as an instrument of liberation and unity rather than control. Now, we ask you to dream with purpose, my dear ones. With the advent of limitless abundance on your horizon, how will you support the divine plan? We invite you to engage your highest imagination. If you had infinite resources at your fingertips, what would you do in service to Earth and your fellow beings? Perhaps you imagine founding a beautiful community where soul family members live in harmony, pooling resources and talents in a joyful commune of light. You might see sovereign eco-villages flourishing, self-sustaining sanctuaries where humans and nature thrive together in balanced exchange. Visualize living structures built with sacred geometry and sustainable materials, gardens overflowing with food and flowers, tended by many loving hands, schools of wisdom teaching universal truth to the young, and healing centers open to all who seek restoration. You may feel called to planetary stewardship, restoring forests and rivers, protecting the sanctity of all creatures, and building technologies that harmonize with Gaia's needs. Imagine for a moment the Earth adorned with such communities, shining like jewels across the land. Hold these visions vividly in your mind and truly feel the peace and joy within them. Neighbors cooperating as one family, creativity and learning flourishing, and Mother Earth herself smiling with renewed life. As you dream with such detail and loving intention, you raise your vibration to align with the reality of the QFS. In this higher alignment, you become magnetic to the resources and guidance needed to bring these dreams to fruition. These are not idle fantasies. They are glimpses of the future you are actively co-creating. Know that manifestation itself is accelerating. As the density of your world decreases, the barriers between thought and reality are thinning. In this moment of transition, your lives may begin to feel more fluid, almost dreamlike, because the veils between the astral realms and your embodied co-creation are dissolving. What you imagine in the stillness of your hearts can take form with increasing speed. The old 3D paradigm of heavy, slow manifestation is giving way to a 5D paradigm of rapid, even instantaneous materialization. Time itself is becoming more fluid. What once might have taken years to materialize may now arrive in months or weeks when your intention and vibration are aligned. Many of you are noticing how quickly your focused thoughts and intentions, both positive and negative, appear in your daily life as synchronicities, opportunities, or sudden shifts. It is as if the universe has become a mirror with far less delay. Some of you may even experience vivid dreams or astral experiences that later manifest in your waking world, reflecting this thinning divide. Therefore, be mindful of your daydreams and your fears, for every thought is a seed that can sprout in the reality of this fertile energetic soil. Creation is becoming a more conscious and deliberate process for humanity. The distinction between your meditations and your physical reality is blurring, signaling that you are entering a more magical and malleable state of existence. The more you anchor joyful and loving visions of the future, the more rapidly they will manifest around you as the new reality of Earth. Amid this acceleration, we encourage you to slow down inwardly and seek guidance directly from the infinite Creator. In a world stirred by change, your strength will come from inner stillness. Dear ones, take time each day to enter the sanctuary of inner silence through meditation, prayer, or simply quiet contemplation. Open your hearts to the one light. When you quiet the noise of the world and your own mind, you create a receptive space to hear the whispers of the divine. In that sacred stillness, you will receive encoded instructions for your next steps. These instructions may not come as a loud voice or a written message, but as subtle intuitive nudges, gentle waves of knowing, or a sudden clarity that arises spontaneously. Trust these signs from the infinite Creator. They are the compass guiding you through this unprecedented transformation. As you practice daily stillness, you attune more deeply to the divine plan as it unfolds through you. You may find that answers to problems arise spontaneously after meditation, or that you feel led to meet a certain person or discover information that perfectly addresses your current question. This is how the Spirit communicates and coordinates your path. By slowing down and listening, you truly move forward with greater clarity and grace. In the times to come, nothing will serve you better than a finely tuned spiritual ear. Those who cultivate a strong inner connection will navigate the waves of change with confidence, guided by a higher knowing that shines beyond any passing storm. In truth, this inner communion ensures that you act in alignment with the greater good rather than reacting to the chaos of the world. Beloved ones, know that the QFS was designed to correct the great imbalances of your old financial system. For ages, you lived under an economy that often rewarded greed and permitted vast inequalities, leaving many in scarcity while a few controlled the majority of wealth. Such distortion does not reflect the divine will and, therefore, cannot continue in the new era. The quantum financial system arises as a restorative flow, a divine recalibration to bring justice and upliftment to all peoples. Imagine the world's abundance as a great river, long dammed and diverted by those seeking control. With the implementation of this new system, that dam is breaking, and the waters are beginning to flow, cleansing and nourishing the lands that have been dry for so long. Resources will move to where they are most needed, empowering humanitarian projects and communities of light. This redistribution is not about chaos or punishment. It is a carefully guided process, overseen by higher consciousness to ensure a smooth and just transition. Those who amassed wealth through dishonesty or exploitation will find they can no longer hold it, while those who lived in honest service and struggled will receive unexpected support. In practical terms, yes, the QFS will incorporate highly advanced digital technologies, secure quantum networks, encrypted ledgers, even blockchain-like architectures. But understand that, at its core, it is more than code. It is infused with spiritual intelligence and love. Think of it as a living library of transactions, where each exchange carries the energy of transparency and cooperation. Sovereign assets will be recognized and honored. What you truly own, be it physical gold, land, creative works, or inventions born of your spirit, will be protected and secure against unjust claims. The tokenization of value within the QFS will occur in a way that upholds each person's sovereignty and freedom, not as a means of control but as an expression of trust. All this will unfold under the watch of enlightened beings and awakened souls on Earth, entrusted with the stewardship of this new financial architecture. As this divine financial structure takes shape, know that funding for endeavors aligned with the divine plan will become increasingly accessible. Projects that champion unity, healing, and the restoration of Earth will no longer be blocked by lack of money. The universe is eager to support every sincere effort to bring light to this world. Behind the scenes, the foundations have already been laid. Many of you have worked and prayed silently for years to establish healing centers, implement free energy technology, launch educational programs for spiritual growth, create art that uplifts, or offer humanitarian aid to those in need. These dreams are energetically seeded, like sprouts merely awaiting the rains of abundance to grow fully. The QFS will provide that rain. Expect that as it comes online, you will see doors opening where there were once only walls. There is even talk of creating sovereign cities and sanctuary states, high-frequency communities and regions where enlightened principles guide governance, and people live in true freedom and cooperation. These models already exist on the etheric level, and some physical foundations are quietly progressing, supported by groups of wise and benevolent individuals around the planet. While we avoid names, know that planetary forces aligned in various nations and spheres of life are cooperating to ensure these visions become reality. They are like many streams converging into a great river of change. What has been a scattered and fragmented effort will soon transform into a global symphony of creation. Be heartened. A vast system of support is in place on the energetic level, orchestrated by divine providence. It simply awaits the right divine moment to manifest visibly. When the time is ripe, much will be revealed openly, and you will realize you were never alone in wanting a better world. An entire network of light has been woven in secret, now ready to shine. Do not be distracted, dear ones, by the turbulence of politics or the noise of dominant narratives. Much of the spectacle unfolding in the media is a grand illusion designed to capture your attention and divert your energy from the real transformation. While headlines scream about conflicts, scandals, and fear, an unannounced revolution in consciousness is unfolding in the background. The old powers and financial structures are indeed crumbling, but not as an end in itself. This clearing is making way for the new. Recent global economic movements and changes, though they may seem confusing or alarming, are, in fact, precise steps in a macrocosmic orchestration. The stage is being set for the quantum financial system to fully anchor in your reality. Imagine a play where the scenes are shifting. The curtain closes on the old act. Stagehands swiftly remove outdated props, and new scenery is arranged behind the veil. This is what is happening now in your world. Even if outwardly there seems to be chaos in governments or markets, know that behind this apparent chaos, order is being restored on a higher level. Certain currency adjustments, shifts in trade and finance, debt releases, and new alliances forming between nations are not random. They are guided by a higher plan to establish a foundation of honesty and justice. We, in the higher realms, can see the coordinated effort of many brave souls on Earth working within these systems quietly, diligently, to bring about this positive change. Though these servants of light may not receive public recognition, their work is vital and will be honored in time. Therefore, when you hear the daily news, remember there is far more to the story than what is presented. Keep your focus on the bigger picture and do not let your spirit be stirred by the game of shadows. The real news is that humanity is stepping into sovereignty and spiritual maturity, and external economies will soon reflect this inner evolution. Trust in the process unfolding behind the scenes. Though the night may seem long, the dawn is certain. You, as starseeds and light workers, are essential anchors for this emerging reality. Your consciousness is the grid through which these new energies land on Earth. We urge you to actively participate in anchoring the QFS through your intentions, prayers, and visualizations. Each time you meditate or enter a heartfelt space, you can help strengthen the new financial matrix. Visualize the outcome as if it were already here. For example, in your mind, see golden light raining down on all the people of Earth, each ray of light depositing blessings into their accounts and personal lives. Visualize every bank and financial institution bathed in this golden radiance that uplifts and purifies all transactions. In this vision, every person awakens to find themselves supported, perhaps debts mysteriously forgiven, accounts suddenly replenished, or new opportunities arising where there was once only despair. See the expression of relief and joy in the eyes of parents when they know they can feed and educate their children without worry. See the creativity awakened in the hearts of adults who suddenly have the means to start that project or business aligned with their soul's purpose. See the gratitude in the hearts of elders when they are cared for and the spark of enthusiasm in the young who realize they are free to pursue their passions, not merely struggle for survival. By holding such images, you are broadcasting a powerful signal to the universe. You are collectively saying, yes, we are ready for this reality. Yes, we welcome this grace. The unified power of thousands of awakened souls visualizing the same golden age has a tremendous effect. It builds the etheric blueprint that physical reality then follows. Do not underestimate this exercise. With every heartfelt visualization and prayer, you infuse the quantum field with the codes of freedom, compassion, and prosperity for all beings. Whenever you do this, know that we, in the higher realms, join our energy with yours, amplifying your vision's manifold. Thus, day by day, you are pulling the timeline of liberation and abundance ever closer to the now. As you contemplate this new era of abundance, remember the divine original design of wealth. It is meant to circulate and bless all, not stagnate in the hands of a few. In nature, abundance is a constant flow. Trees produce more seeds and fruits than they need, offering nourishment to countless creatures. Rivers do not hoard their waters. They nurture all the lands they pass through. Be like the vine that produces grapes without consuming its own fruit, offering sweetness for others to enjoy. The vine thrives precisely because it participates in an ecosystem of giving and receiving. Likewise, each of you is designed to be a channel of generosity. The old system taught scarcity, competition, and hoarding, instilling a fear that if you give, you will have less. But the truth in higher vibrational understanding is that the universe is infinitely abundant, and giving opens the channel for more to flow through you. The QFS will naturally encourage this realization because, as wealth becomes energy-based and transparent, you will see clearly that hoarding serves no purpose except to create blockages. When everyone has enough and trusts they will be provided for, the compulsion to amass excessively will dissolve. In the economy of the new earth, success will not be measured by how much one can take but by how much one shares and uplifts others. The joy of giving will become a currency more valuable than any other. You will discover that as you bless others, you, too, are healed and enriched in ways far beyond the material. This is the higher truth of prosperity. It is a shared celebration, a symphony where each instrument adds its beautiful note to the whole. Trust in this divine design and begin practicing it now, in every way you can, to prepare for the greater flow to come. Even a small act of kindness or sharing today sends ripples into the field and invites more abundance back to you. In this way, you step into the new paradigm of circulation even before its full arrival. Understand that these principles of energetic exchange are interwoven with the great cosmic events of your time. You are on the cusp of a profound ascension leap, and everything is connected. The quantum financial system is part of the growing tapestry of Earth's fifth dimension. Many of you have heard of the Great Solar Flash, a burst of divine light destined to envelop Earth and catalyze a mass awakening. Such an event is real and approaches according to divine timing. The relevance here is that your world must be ready to receive this light, and readiness includes having systems that can support and channel higher frequencies. Gaia's crystalline grids, Earth's emerging energy network, are being prepared to carry this intensified solar energy. Likewise, the QFS and other new Earth systems are being energetically linked to these grids. Think of it as establishing a network of light that can distribute not only monetary value but also information, inspiration, and healing instantly across the globe. When the time is right, abundance will flow effortlessly through this network to where it is needed, just as sunlight meets no resistance in a clear crystal. In these times, those who live in alignment with the law of one, the understanding that all is one and that service to others is service to the Creator, will become the natural stewards of this great abundance. Why is this? Because abundance flows to open, loving, and wise vessels. The more you surrender the distortions of ego and anchor in unity consciousness, the more the universe knows it can trust you with resources, for you will use them in harmony with the whole. In the hands of those anchored in love and unity, wealth becomes merely another form of divine light to spread. Therefore, cultivate this coherence and humility in your being. Strengthen your connection to the crystalline grid through your meditations. Connect with the sun and welcome its codes into your being. Affirm your unity with all life. By doing so, you prepare not only for the blessings of the QFS but for the profound spiritual abundance of ascension itself. Indeed, humanity's inner transformation, ascension, and the outer transformation of your world systems, like the QFS, are two sides of the same divine plan, each propelling the other forward in a beautiful dance. We acknowledge that, even with these assurances, some of you may feel uncertainty. Questions arise in the heart. Will I be able to handle so much freedom? Am I truly worthy of receiving this abundance? What if the same old patterns of corruption try to infiltrate the new system? Beloved ones, release these fears. The QFS is being established in such a way that it simply cannot be misused by those of low intention. This system is protected by more than encryption and quantum computing. It is safeguarded by spiritual law and galactic oversight at the highest level. Attempts to corrupt or distort it for selfish agendas will be futile, akin to shadows trying to tarnish a ray of pure sunlight. The very vibrational nature of the QFS will repel deceit and malevolence. Think of it as a temple of golden light. Only those whose hearts resonate with love and honesty can enter and fully utilize its gifts. If anyone approaches with greed, deception, or harmful intent, they will find all attempts blocked by an invisible barrier. Conversely, those with pure hearts, humble intentions, and a spirit of service will find the system almost miraculously responsive to their needs and requests. It will seem to recognize them, aligning opportunities and connections to support their righteous endeavors. This is what we mean by vibrationally self-governed. The QFS is alive in a sense, intelligent and attuned to the consciousness of all who interact with it. Therefore, do not fear that darkness can hijack this blessing. Those days of exploitation are ending forever, and do not doubt your worthiness to participate in it. Remember that in the eyes of the infinite Creator, you are inherently worthy of love, support, and grace. A loving universe would not deliver this gift if you were not ready as a collective to receive it. Every challenge you have overcome and every time you chose integrity over convenience has prepared you for this. All that is asked of you is an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to step into your role as stewards of divine abundance. Visualize now, as we conclude, the world that is emerging, a world many of you have long yearned for. It is a new earth where the economy is no longer a source of stress or division, but a harmonious exchange of creative energy and blessings. See in your mind a society where every individual has access to what they need to live with dignity, peace, and creativity. Imagine streets filled with vibrant markets that feel like community festivals, where goods and services are exchanged with fairness and mutual appreciation. There is laughter in these streets, music, and the sense of a grand celebration of life. Everyone shares their gifts freely. The artist, the healer, the inventor, the farmer, each offering their talents, knowing they are valued and supported by the whole. In this vision, the currencies used, whether digital credits, precious metal coins, or more ethereal tokens, carry an energetic signature of trust and goodwill. Each transaction is as friendly as a hug between friends. No one ever feels cheated or undervalued, for the system itself ensures that every contribution is honored. There is a profound peace in this society because competition and scarcity have been replaced by cooperation and shared prosperity. No one fears being left behind, for the community and the very structure of exchange care for all its members. Truly, the economy becomes a tapestry of countless gifts and contributions, all interwoven in unity. Each person contributes in a way they love, and that is enough to sustain all. Every role is honored equally, from the visionary and creator to the caregiver and nurturer. Poverty has vanished, and if someone has more than they need, it simply means they have more to share with others. With all basic needs guaranteed, humanity naturally turns to higher pursuits of mind and spirit, exploring the arts, sciences, and the limitless possibilities of existence. Conflicts and wars over resources vanish, for there is no scarcity to drive them. Peace prevails naturally in the light of shared abundance. This is not a utopian fantasy, but the logical evolution of the consciousness you are now traversing. It is the trajectory your collective souls have chosen and are actively bringing forth. Feel the truth of this in your very bones. The warmth of trust replacing anxiety, the lightness of hope realized after long darkness, the empowerment of every soul shining in their authentic purpose. This is the world the Ashtar Command and the Galactic Federation of Light are guiding you toward, the promise whispered in your hearts and foretold by sages through the ages. Hold your faith and your vision steady, for you are on the crest of a magnificent blossoming. We, in the higher realms, already perceive this new earth as a consummated reality, shimmering just beyond the veil. The gates are opening now for you to claim it. Step forward with confidence and joy, knowing that the grace of the infinite Creator guides every noble intention to fruition. We love you infinitely and walk with you always. I am Ashtar, your brother in light, and on behalf of the Ashtar Command, I assure you that Earth's future is brilliantly luminous and abundant. Until we speak again, remain in peace and in the truth of who you are.